First, we're going to discuss some of the changes being made to the Conference Health Plan, also referred to as the medical plan. These changes include a new Employee plus Children tier of coverage, the addition of a silver high-deductible health plan, and the elimination of the traditional PPO plan. We will also be going over some changes to the voluntary plan benefits that includes an addition of new group long-term care insurance coverage. Also new for 2018, open enrollment is going paperless. All of your open enrollment elections, except for long-term care insurance, will be made online. The first change that we are going to discuss is the change to the tiers of coverage. Currently on the Conference Health Plan, there are 3 tiers of coverage: employee only, employee plus 1, and family coverage. The change that will go into effect January 1st, 2018 is that the employee plus 1 tier of coverage will be replaced by 2 new tiers. Beginning in 2018, the new 4 tiers of coverage will be employee only, employee plus spouse, employee plus child or children, and family. The reason for these changes in the tiers of coverage are that currently the employee plus 1 tier of coverage includes coverage for either a spouse or a child. By adding the employee plus children tier, we are able to offer a tier of coverage that is more affordable to participants who choose to cover just their children or one child on the health plan. The next change in the Conference Health Plan for 2018 is the addition of a new plan. Currently, all clergy and lay employees are eligible to participate in the Conference Health Plan. There is mandatory participation for full-time clergy who are appointed to a local church. To clarify, what this means is that if a clergy person who is full-time is appointed to a local church, even if they choose to not enroll in the Conference Health Plan, the church will still be required to contribute a minimum of whatever the single premium is for the Conference Health Plan. Currently, we have one plan for all active clergy, and this is the high deductible health plan that most people are enrolled in. And we require, again, the church to pay 100% of the premium for employee-only coverage. The change that will go into effect beginning January 1st, 2018 is we will now offer 2 plans for active clergy. The 2 plans will be the Silver High Deductible Health Plan and the Gold High Deductible Health Plan. Please keep in mind that the Gold High Deductible Health Plan is the current high deductible health plan that is offered. The employer contribution beginning in 2018 will be equal to the Silver employee-only premium. Participants may choose to buy up to the Gold plan, and participants will continue to have the option to cover their spouse and/or other dependents under the different tiers of coverage as is currently offered. Next, we will review the plan costs for 2018. On the first column, we have our tiers of coverage: employee only, employee plus spouse, employee plus child or children, and family coverage. The first 2 columns represent the premium costs for the Silver High Deductible Health Plan. On the first column, you will see labeled as premium, and the costs below there are the total premium for each tier of coverage. The column to the right of that, employee cost, represents the cost share that employees will be responsible to pay for each tier of coverage. Looking at the first premium for employee only, we see a cost of $890. The employee cost for this plan is not applicable because if somebody chooses to enroll in this plan, the employer will pay 100% of that premium contribution. The next row down, we have the employee plus spouse coverage. The total premium for this plan is $1,201, and the employee cost share for this plan would be $311. Going down to the next row, we have the employee plus child or children coverage with a premium of $1,023 per month. The employee cost share for this plan is $133. This also supports the rationale behind offering an employee plus children tier. As you can see, the employee plus children tier of coverage has a significant premium cost savings over the employee plus spouse or the family tier of coverage. Again, offering a more affordable option for participants who need to just cover their children on the plan. The last row represents the family tier of coverage which would include a spouse and one or more children. The premium for this plan under the Silver High Deductible Health Plan is $1,334 a month, representing an employee cost share of $444 a month. Moving on to the last two columns, we have the Gold High Deductible Health Plan. Again, a reminder, the Gold High Deductible Health Plan is the current high deductible health plan. The premium for employee-only coverage is $1,027 a month. As was discussed, participants will have the option to buy up to this level of coverage if they choose to do so. The cost to do that for the employee-only plan will be $137 a month, represented in the employee cost column. Moving down, the employee plus spouse premium for the Gold plan will be $1,387 a month, representing an employee cost share of $497. The employee plus child or children premium will be $1,181 a month, representing a cost share of $291. And the family tier of coverage will be $1,541 a month, representing an employee cost share of $651 a month. We currently have several pre-65 retirees. These are clergy who have retired before reaching age 65 or reaching Medicare eligibility. Our current policy states that if you retire before you reach Medicare eligibility, that you pay 50% of the active premium for whatever tier of coverage you may choose. Beginning in 2018, pre-65 retirees will continue to pay 50% of the active premium, and they will also have the option to choose between the Silver and Gold plans. Also passed this year at annual conference was a new policy for pre-65 retirees called the Exit and Return Policy. This policy states that clergy can exit the conference health plan and then return upon reaching Medicare eligibility. This policy allows clergy who have met the requirements for retirement, according to the Book of Discipline, an option to perhaps find more affordable coverage outside of the conference health plan, yet still retain their retiree health benefits. We will now discuss the benefits and the differences between the new Silver plan and the current Gold plans. Participants enrolled in either the Silver or the Gold plan for 2018 will receive an employer contribution to their health savings account, also referred to as an HSA, of $750 for individual coverage or $1,500 for family coverage. The differences between individual and family coverage are that individual coverage refers to employee-only coverage. Family coverage refers to any coverage other than employee-only. So this would include employee plus spouse, employee plus child or children, or family coverage under our plans. The annual deductible for the Silver High Deductible Health Plan for individual coverage will be $3,000 for the year, and for family coverage will be $6,000 for the year for in-network providers. The deductible for the Gold plan will be $1,500 for individual coverage and $3,000 for family coverage. The deductible is the annual amount of money that the plan states you must meet in out-of-pocket costs before the plan starts to pay. Once you have met your annual deductible, then the plan will convert to a coinsurance model. For the Silver plan, if you meet your annual deductible, the plan will convert to a 70-30 plan. This means that the plan will pay 70% for medical costs, and the employee or the participant will be responsible to pay 30% for all medical costs. The Gold plan coinsurance is an 80-20 plan. This means that the plan will pay for 80% of costs, and the participant will be responsible to pay 20% for medical costs after the deductible has been met. Moving down to the next row, we will look at the out-of-pocket maximums for the year. The out-of-pocket maximum for individual coverage under the Silver plan will be $6,000 for the year, and the out-of-pocket maximum for family coverage under the Silver plan will be $12,000 for the year. Under the Gold plan, the individual out-of-pocket maximum will be $3,000 for the year, and the family out-of-pocket maximum will be $6,000 for the year. Once a participant meets the out-of-pocket maximum for the year, which also includes your deductible, then the plan will pay 100% for all medical costs. Moving down the chart, we have the coinsurance amounts for hospital coverage, physician office visits, and prescription drugs. The coinsurance amounts listed, again, are what would go into effect once the participant meets their annual deductible. As a reminder, on high deductible health plans, prescription drugs are included towards your overall medical costs. The last change to the conference health plan or medical plan is the elimination of the current traditional PPO. Currently, the plan includes a traditional PPO for certain special groups. This group includes clergy who are on long-term disability leave and receiving benefits through CPP, pre-65 spouses. These are spouses of retired clergy who are receiving benefits through their retiree Medicare plans. However, the spouse may not yet be Medicare eligible, and our board policy states that we will provide an option for coverage for these pre-65 spouses. And the last special group covered under the traditional PPO plan are Medicare actives. These are clergy who are still working full-time at a local church. However, they are enrolled in Parts A and or B of Medicare. This group also pays reduced premium contributions for coverage in the traditional PPO plan, which offers a much higher level of benefits than our current high deductible health plan. The change that will be going into effect January 1st, 2018 is participants who are currently enrolled in the traditional PPO will transition to the Gold plan. Their premiums will be based on the Silver high deductible health plan premiums. The reason for this is that these participants are ineligible to receive an employer contribution to their health savings account per IRS rules. Therefore, in lieu of being able to offer an employer contribution to their HSA, we are offering a reduced premium contribution for coverage under the Gold plan. Affected members will be communicated with through the conference office and notified of their options for continued coverage under the conference health plan in 2018. Let's review health savings accounts. Health savings accounts are also referred to as an HSA. An HSA is a medical savings account governed by IRS rules. You can use your HSA to pay for qualified medical expenses. HSAs are also triple tax favored. This means that contributions to the account are tax-free, distributions are tax-free, and any interest earned on the account is also tax-free. Any balance that is left at year-end can roll over to the next plan year, and there is no limits on rollover balances. The account is also portable. The money that's in this account you own. If you leave employment or if you switch to a different plan, you still get to take your HSA with you. Contributions to the account can be made by the employer or the employee. As mentioned earlier, each participant who is enrolled in the Silver or Gold high deductible health plan for 2018 will receive an employer contribution of $750 for individual coverage and $1,500 for family coverage. Employees may also make contributions to their HSA. One way to do this is through a payroll withholding. If you choose to make a contribution to your HSA through a payroll withholding, you will make this election during your open enrollment. Employees may also make contributions to their HSA by going online to www.mybenefitwallet.com. Through this website, you can manage your account online, you can pay bills directly, you can order new checks, new debit cards, and you can check your balance in your HSA at any time. The IRS sets contribution limits for each plan year. The 2018 contribution limits are listed below. For 2018, the HSA contribution limit for individual coverage is $3,450, representing a $50 increase from 2017, and the contribution limit for family coverage is $6,900, representing a $150 increase from 2017. As a reminder, the contribution limits include both employer plus employee contributions. So when calculating your contribution limit for 2018, please remember to include the employer contribution that is funded into your account at the beginning of the plan year. The IRS also allows for HSA catch-up contributions. Catch-up contributions are available for participants who are aged 55 or older. Participants who are aged 55 or older are allowed to make up to an additional $1,000 contribution over the limit that is set by the IRS for each year. For a member enrolled in individual coverage who is 60 years old in 2018, they will be allowed to make a contribution up to $4,450. And again, as a reminder, each participant enrolled in the Silver or Gold High Deductible Health Plan will receive an individual contribution of $750 or a family contribution of $1,500. And this contribution is fully funded at the beginning of the plan year. Currently, the conference offers voluntary plans, including dental and vision coverage. There are no changes to these plans for 2018. Dental coverage is provided through Delta Dental's PPO plan, and vision coverage is provided through VSP Vision Care. There are no changes to the premiums for 2018, and you can see the premiums listed below for dental coverage and for vision coverage. Remember, open enrollment is your opportunity to make changes to any plan benefits. If you are currently enrolled in dental and/or vision and you want to make a change to these coverages, open enrollment is your chance to do so. New for 2018 is the addition of a new voluntary plan. The new voluntary plan is long-term care insurance. The long-term care insurance will be provided through Transamerica. For more information about this benefit and enrollment options, please visit the benefits webpage at www.kyumc.org/benefit services. Health Advocate is a service that's provided through the conference health plan. Health Advocate is not an insurance company. Health Advocate was created to resolve healthcare and insurance-related issues. There are two pieces to Health Advocate, the core advocacy and the EAP. Under the core advocacy benefit, Health Advocate can help members with a wide range of issues, including finding providers. This is a service that is especially useful for clergy who might experience a mid-year appointment change. They can also help with securing second opinions. They offer something called the Health Cost Estimator. This helps estimate costs for common procedures. They can also help with untangling claims and explaining plan benefits. The other piece of Health Advocate is the EAP. EAP stands for Employee Assistance Program. The EAP is a confidential voluntary program that provides short-term counseling services for a wide range of personal issues. Some of these issues may include depression, stress and anxiety, family and parenting issues, substance abuse, anger, grief, and loss. Participants who are enrolled in the Active Conference Health Plan receive up to 9 visits free per issue per year. What this means is that a participant may contact Health Advocate if they are experiencing an issue that requires short-term counseling. Health Advocate will then refer the participant to a provider who is within the Health Advocate network for the counseling services. If later in the year the participant experiences another issue that requires the need for short-term counseling, they can contact Health Advocate again and receive up to 9 additional visits for a new issue. Support is also available by phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 866-799-2728. There are also several resources available through their website at www.healthadvocate.com/members. Also new for this year is the Open Enrollment website. The special Open Enrollment website can be found at kyumc.ebensite.com. During your initial login, you will be required to enter a username and password. Your username is your first initial, last name, and year of birth. Your password, which is temporary for the initial login, will be your last name, capitalize the first letter, and the last 4 digits of your Social Security number. Once you have completed your initial login with your temporary password, you will then be prompted by the website to create your own password. If you have any issues with logging into the website, you may contact Celeste Dahl or Magina New at the Conference Benefits Office. You will make your elections for medical, HSA, and voluntary plans through the Open Enrollment website. As a reminder, enrollment in the long-term care insurance benefit will be through a separate website. The Affordable Care Act, also referred to as Obamacare, includes several provisions that we will review below. The first provision of the Affordable Care Act is the individual mandate. This states that each person must provide proof of insurance or pay a penalty with their tax return. The Affordable Care Act also created health insurance marketplaces or exchanges. Some states have their own exchange, and if a state does not provide their own exchange, eligible participants may apply for health insurance coverage through the federal marketplace. Government assistance is available for those who have modest income below a certain threshold in the form of premium tax credits. The provision of the Affordable Care Act that is most important for churches to know of is the Employer Shared Responsibility Rule. This rule states that applicable large employers with 50 or more full-time equivalent employees are required to offer health care or pay a penalty. This does affect some of the churches in the Kentucky Conference who have more than 50 full-time equivalent employees. Another provision of the Affordable Care Act is the Cadillac tax. The Cadillac tax was originally scheduled to go into effect in 2018, but has been delayed until 2020. The Cadillac tax is a tax that will be assessed on the cost of coverage for plans in excess of certain thresholds. Specifically, it is a 40% excise tax on the plan's cost in excess of $10,800 for individual coverage and $29,500 for family coverage. Specific guidance on what is included in the cost of coverage is still unclear. However, as it is known now, applicable coverage is likely to include the premium for plans and employer and employee pre-tax contributions to health savings accounts. WestPath Benefits and Investments is the largest faith-based pension fund in the United States. WestPath supervises the retirement, health, and welfare plans on behalf of more than 100,000 clergy and lay participants. They also subscribe to socially responsible investment practices. They are guided by the church's social principles and screen out investments in companies deriving a significant portion of revenue from alcoholic beverages, tobacco-related products, weapons and weapons-related components, pornography, gambling-related services, and the management or operation of prison facilities. One of the plans offered through WestPath is UMPIP, the United Methodist Personal Investment Plan. For clergy, UMPIP provides a personal savings plan. It can also be used as an employer plan to provide pension benefits for clergy not eligible for CRSP. Clergy not eligible for CRSP includes any clergy appointed to a local church at less than 3/4 time. It can also be used as an employer plan to provide additional benefits for clergy who are eligible for CRSP. Contributions to UMPIP can be made before tax, after tax, or as Roth contributions. Contributions can be made as a flat dollar amount or a percentage of plan compensation. As a reminder, plan compensation includes total salary plus housing. All employees are eligible to participate with an immediate start date, no age requirements, and there is immediate vesting, meaning that if you leave the plan, you are able to take that money with you and roll over into an outside plan. To make changes to your UMPIP contribution, you must complete a contribution election form and submit this to your employer or salary paying unit. Contributions that are in effect for 2017 will automatically roll over to 2018. However, open enrollment is a good time to review those contributions and decide if you do want to make any changes to them. The Clergy Retirement Security Program, also referred to as CRSP or CRISP, provides two other pieces of your overall retirement package. There is a defined benefit piece, also referred to as DB, and a defined contribution piece, referred to as DC. CRSP DB is a monthly payment that's payable for life, calculated by multiplying the following items and then dividing by 12. Your benefit will be calculated using the multiplier of 1.25% for years of service from 2007 through 2013, and then using the multiplier of 1% for years of service accumulated in 2014 and beyond. It will then be multiplied using the DAC at the time of your retirement. The DAC is the denominational average compensation. And then it will also include your years of credited service under the plan as of January 1st, 2007, which is when CRSP went into effect. Contributions for this benefit are directly billed to your employer. The contribution amount is billed at the lesser of 10% of your plan compensation or 10% of the DAC. The DAC for 2018 is $70,000. If your plan compensation is less than $70,000, the contribution for CRSP DB will be billed at 10% of your plan compensation. If your plan compensation is greater than the DAC of $70,000, then the CRSP DB contribution will be billed at $70,000. CRSP DC provides a benefit that is equal to 3% annually based on your plan compensation. There is a matching component to CRSP DC. The matching component of CRSP DC states that each participant will receive a 2% contribution plus up to a 1% match. To receive this 1% match, the participant must contribute a minimum of 1% of plan compensation to UMPIP. Plan contributions for CRSP DC are a direct bill to the employer. For each participant enrolled in CRSP DC, the employer will be billed a contribution equal to 3% of the participant's plan compensation. The Comprehensive Protection Plan is also referred to as CPP and provides death and disability benefits to clergy. CPP provides death benefits for active and retired clergy and also provides long-term disability benefits for active clergy. Currently, plan contributions are a direct bill to the employer, and they are billed at a rate of 3.4% of participants' plan compensation. For 2018, the Conference Board of Pensions is enacting a CPP holiday. For 2018, no premiums for CPP will be billed to churches. Participants will remain enrolled in the plan and be eligible for benefits from the plan. The CPP holiday is in effect for 2018 only. If the CPP holiday is to continue into 2019, the Conference Board of Pensions will inform churches by the fall of 2018. HC3 is the new well-being initiative of the Conference Board of Pensions. HC3 stands for Healthy Clergy, Healthy Congregations, and Healthy Communities. This well-being initiative was announced at Annual Conference 2017. In 2018, HC3 will begin a diabetes pilot program. This program will be online and will specifically target participants who have been diagnosed with prediabetes. If you are interested in participating in this program or want more information, please contact Celeste Dahl in the Conference Benefits Office. This concludes the open enrollment presentation for 2018 benefits.